RVBN, the Rich Video Blog Network, home to weekly NFL predictions, great personality profiles about sports stars, professional wrestlers, and TV personalities, actors and actresses, sports video blogs including the NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball, and the NFL, professional wrestling video blogs including angles, storylines, history, and pay-per-views, entertainment video blogs about movies, TV series, television stations, radio stations, and cable networks, and more. RVBN, Billerica, Massachusetts. Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Wednesday, November 30th, 2016. Around 6 in the morning in Billerica, Massachusetts. It's going to be a damp day again, more rain showers in the afternoon. We do need the rain. It's going to be in the 50s. Some news to report on the RVBN Newswire. The Philadelphia Flyers beat the Boston Bruins by the score of 3-2 in a shootout. Bruins get a point, but they can't seem to win 2 straight games in a row. Also, the talks between MLB owners and the union are progressing very well to get a new collective bargaining agreement done before Thursday, when the current deal expires, and there's a threat of a lockout. And it's Happy Cities for Life Day across the world. And that's about it on news from the RVBN Newswire. Be back in a flash. Get out. You're so sweet, 'cause they're cute. The more, the merrier. Go find something to do. This action will not be tolerated at BMHS. I got places to go, people to see, things to go to. That was humor. And business is about to pick up. Have a nice day. What about me? What about Raven? Great video quotes only on RVBN. I'm back. My first video blog subject of today is the personality profile. Today's personality profile is about NBC sports announcer Tom Hammond. Tom Hammond's been with the Peacock Network for over 30 years. He is an icon for NBC sports. Tom was born and he grew up in Lexington, Kentucky. He was big on horses when he was younger. He went to the University of Kentucky. He majored in animal science, and he started his broadcasting career at WVLK Radio in Lexington, Kentucky in the late 1960s as a news and sports director. And for about 10 years, Tom was the sports director of WLEX in Lexington, Kentucky. And for many, many years, Tom had a side job as a sales announcer at Curlin Thoroughbred Sales, which he did business with 17 states in the union. And Tom is a national expert at thoroughbred pedigree, so he knows a lot about horses, and Kentucky is where the Kentucky Derby is at. And Tom, for about 29 years, was the play-by-play announcer of SEC basketball games on the syndicated Raycom Network. In 1984, Tom was brought in by NBC Sports to host the Breeders' Cup, which was the inaugural Breeders' Cup. It was originally going to be a one-shot deal with Tom Hammond. He co-hosted the event with Dick Enberg. Oh my. NBC was so impressed with Tom, they signed him to a full-time contract, and he's been with NBC ever since. Tom started his NBC career mainly being the host of horse racing events. Then he started doing regional NFL games. He did that for about 13 years, eventually becoming the number 2 play-by-play announcer of the NFL on NBC before they lost the rights temporarily in 1998. Also, Tom called about a dozen Orange Bowl games, and he did college basketball games for NBC when they had the package including select Notre Dame basketball games. He also called the NBA on NBC for 12 years. He started out as the number 3 announcer. Eventually he became the number 2 announcer there. And he also called WNBA games. And he was a play-by-play announcer for many, many years for Notre Dame football. And he did some gymnastics. And Tom has been the main announcer for the track and field. He does a lot of the track and field events for NBC, and he's done the Olympic Games for NBC as the main track and field announcer since the early 1990s. And for many years, Tom hosted figure skating, including the figure skating championships for NBC, and he's done the figure skating for the Olympics a few times. Tom has won several Emmys for his work on the Breeders' Cup and other stuff, and he still lives in the Lexington, Kentucky area. He's one of the few NBC sports personalities that has not moved to full-time to New York. Another one who doesn't live in New York full-time is Bob Costas, who lives in St. Louis. And Tom has been cutting down on calling events the past several years because he's had some health issues. And he basically now does track and field and hosting the Triple Crown Series and the Breeders' Cup, and he does figure skating for NBC, so he doesn't do too many events, but he probably gets a large check by NBC for appearing at so few events. And Tom is in the Kentucky Pro Football Hall of Fame. He got inducted in there in the middle of 2000s, and Tom was the announcer of Madden football games in 2009 and 2010 when NBC got Sunday Night Football package. He was one of the names mentioned to be the play-by-play announcer, but that job went to Al Michaels. And Tom called the wildcard games for NBC for about 7-8 years. And that's about it on Tom Hammond. And I'll be back with the second and final video blog of the day, which will be about Week 13 NFL predictions. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Button guy. Molly Roseblood with WCCO Roxanne's nice legs. Elizabeth Hart so stunning. She's the best. Amy Sweezy's awesome. Awesome Amy. Linda Church of WPIX Channel 11 New York. Such a rocking cougar. Got the best legs. New York City bar none. Barbara Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accent. Best legs from Raleigh, North Carolina. And Ren Claire of WHTH Channel 7 in Boston is so sweet. She's got the best legs in Boston. And in the words of the late great Ed Whalen, Calgary sports announcer, malfunction at junction. Bye now.